Alrighty, friends, I believe we should be live. It's June 11th, about 3:13 p.m. It's a good time to be alive. We are coming in with the hard clue stack and stream, so we're up to 891 hard clues stacked as of now. Getting very close to that goal of 1,000. This is my first ever multi-stream, so I just want to make sure that we're streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. It's a little clunky setting it up, but let's see. Yes, looks like we are live on YouTube. What's up, Christo Flowery? Welcome to the stream. And it looks like we are also live on Twitch, so it looks like we did it. Oh my god, this is sick. Okay. Yes, so 891 hards. We're also at 46 masters, 10 elites. We've just been doing this for about 200 hours now, and we're going to keep on doing it. So today is another day of hard clue doing. We're going to get as many done as we can. Got our looting bag full of stuff here. Few things in Hespori, just master clue stuff mostly, but yeah. This is where we're going to do our stacks. How's it going, Josh Long, Scratchy Boy, Casey Marine? Welcome everybody. Yeah, so I guess let's go ahead and jump into it. Is my Twitch fucked up? I think my Twitch is fucked up. Is Twitch messed up? It looks like my Twitch is just a black screen. You think you'll hit 1K this stream, or is that way too big of an ask? Yeah, it's we're about 30 hours from the 1,000, so that would be a pretty crazy stream, to say the least. Yes, why is Twitch... Is anyone here in Twitch? Looks like we have 2 viewers. Oh no, Twitch is working! Okay, everything's working, everything's working. This is crazy, this is sick. Okay. Okay, yes. So let's just get into it, shall we, boys? I think we have all of our stuff ready here. How's it going, Trash? How's it going, Goldman Dota? This is kind of also a bit of a test, our first time ever multi-streaming, so we're gonna have to see how this goes. We do have a couple days before the 1,000 opening stream, so we have a couple days to get it right. Looking good on Twitch, boss? Okay, good to know. The real legendary. Just gotta find a world for some jelly barraging. Hey, we did it, okay. We can't see your HP in prayer? Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. Should work now. Does it work now? Yep, okay, good. Are you making video on 1,000 hards, or is it only live streams? Yeah, we're definitely gonna make a video. It would be really sad to spend like 250 hours doing this and not make a video. This is sick. I'm really happy that the multi-stream works so seamlessly. It didn't take that long to set up. I was kind of afraid to try it for a long time, but it looks like everything's just going fine. How many third age pieces are you predicting? I would be really happy with one. Chris Straffy. That's so hard to read. We've got a 1/3 chance at third age, essentially. So we're probably not going to get third age, but you know, it's definitely possible. If we can get one piece, I'll be very happy. Are jellies undisputed best UAM hard clues per hour, or just best for your sanity? Yeah. You would pretty much need a Venator bow at Hellhounds in the Wilderness with a Ring of Wealth imbued to like compete with this. But if I got PK'd one time, I would just lose the Venator bow, so realistically, I'm not going to be able to do anything like that. What's up, Loki? I'm a big fan of YouTube series. Hope the current clue grind isn't too boring for you. It's not boring at all. Bro, I get paid to sit excuse me, I get paid to sit here and watch YouTube all day. If you consider that boring, then probably have bigger things to worry about. When do you plan to work on the Yama content and regaining GM? Yeah, we'll probably do that very soon. I think that's probably going to be one of the next things we do. Because I do want to do Slayer pretty soon, and since I lost my Zuck Helm with the new Yama combat achievements, I do want to get the Zuck Helm back first thing. How are the audio levels, by the way, guys? Is the audio okay? This is my first time multi-streaming, so I don't know. I'm excited for the 1K elites. That's okay. If you get some third age, where would you store it? You can store all third age in the POH treasure chest, the clue treasure chest, thankfully. Do you have the Phoenix pet? Because if so, it would be cool to save the Firelighters. I do not. What's up, Killer Queen? I know that's what DVS did. That's some next level completion scape right there. For me, audio all good. Thanks, Mr. Goldman. Perfect audio here. Audio good here. Good, good, good. Okay. Thanks, guys. Now I'm gonna barrage that guy. I'm gonna save this song. This is a nice, chill, royalty-free song. Yeah, royalty-free music for the whole stream today, because we are multi-streaming to YouTube, and it's setting up individual audio tracks for different streaming platforms is too much for me. What are those clicking sounds? Do you guys hear that? Hey, what's up, Loki? First time catching a stream. What's up, John Ringlesplow? Glad to have you. Thanks for stopping by. I am doing well. How are you doing? Love your content. I'm at work on lunch right now. Never seen the live stream. Wish this was a different time when I got off work. Look on the opening when it happens. Hey, well, thanks for having by Matthew Cook. If you want, you can always go back and watch the live stream VOD because it just saves to the channel. So you can, you don't have to feel like you're missing it. Although it's not live, but it's still the same thing. Nailed it, lol. John Ringlespow. Hey Loki, we are matching on the UIM now. Got third age plate skirt. Hey, what's up, Insanity? You'll love to see it. I need to turn off prioritize ground items. The orbs are gonna get messed up for a sec. Alright. The jellies were like making the sound of the music there. Good luck on the grind, Loki. Can't wait to see the vid. What's up, Yuri? I don't know if I said that right, but appreciate it. Streamer, I'm a UIM by the way, and want to know your opinion on how much herb XP I can get from 92 to 99 Slayer in your opinion. Dude, I have no idea. That's like way too dependent upon too many factors. I, for example, never picked up a single herb on this account. I only ever picked up the seeds and then farmed them. But if you wanted like to get like an herb sack, you could get way more herbs if you like cared a lot about that. Seeds only? Fuck picking up herbs. It still like really depends on way too many factors. I think if you go in the UAM Discord, you can like type in all the Slayer monsters you want to kill and like your starting and ending XP, and it'll give you like the expected amount of seeds you should see. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Yeah. That would be my recommendation. Calling third age druidic top from the master. Dude, if we get a third age druidic top, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. It'll be fucking insane, bro. That would be like such a flex. That would be so sick, bro. Probably one of the sickest items you could ever get. I think as long as it's not like a third age range Vambraces or something, or like a third age mage hat. There's only like, I'm pretty sure we looked at it the other day. Wait, that's the wrong. Gotta set this to Paul Nivnich. Okay. As far as third age goes, we can bring this up really quick. The only ones that are bad is the third age range coif, third age range Vambraces, third age amulet, and the mage hat, which means there's 7 good ones and 4 bad ones. And then you get into like the elites, which are, it has all the weapons and stuff. And the masters, which is, yeah, all the skilling stuff and the druidic. So we have a very high chance of, if we do get a third age piece, it's going to be like a sick one. Just held on to the herbs from chambers. Yeah. If you do 1,000 chambers like I did, you're basically guaranteed 99 herb lore for free. I did. It's Ukrainian. Yuri. That's such a trippy name. I'm glad I said it somewhat right. I picked up herbs on occasion if I already had a stack of them in bag. What's up, Dr. Wimbology? Yeah, I mean, teach their own. And plus now with mixology, you just have like a permanent repository for all herbs that you are holding on to. So it's like a totally different meta than compared to when I did it. What's up, Creppy? And are you winning, son? I think we're getting close to winning. We're about 109 caskets away from winning. Mostly from things like Hydra that give you... Yeah, I mean, if you're... Yeah, exactly. If you're getting like 20 noted dwarf weeds, you gotta pick those up. Are you streaming the opening, or is there going to be an edited YouTube vid too? I am streaming the opening and there's going to be an edited YouTube vid too. The best of both worlds. Will the opening be on Friday? I don't really know. I don't know. It'll be in a couple days. I'm not really the type of person to like plan out stuff like that. Sorry, one sec. Just clear my throat. Loki, would you ever play the Dead Man Tourney if invited? Sure, of course. That'd be fun as hell. Imagine saying no to something like that. Alright, I'm gonna stop the royalty-free music for a minute. We're gonna do some... Wait, let me just lump these guys up really quick. Alright, let's do some lo-fi. Just gotta make sure I don't play it bad. What do I type in? I played this last stream, and I always put these tracks in my videos. I just listen to them all the time. Maybe a little loud. There we go. Using D darts for tagging is such a flex. Dude, it's that classic trope where you're playing an MMO and you get like really good items, like a consumable item. So you're like, oh hell yeah, and then you're like I'm gonna save that for like when I do like a sick boss. I'll definitely need these. So I collected like 25,000 dragon darts over the last 5 years, and I never used them. You know, that's how it always goes. You never use those like epic potions that you get. So now I've just got to use them up, and I figure rather than going making darts for this, I already have 20,000 darts. May as well use them. They just happen to be dragon. But you can't wait for the emote. But you can't wait for the emote. I don't know what that means, but what's up, Coke and Fries Halo? Would be awesome to see you grind 15 hours a day, gearing up. I don't know if I know what that means either. They warned me about the YouTube comments. They said the YouTube comments are going to be a bit unusual. You'll have to get used to it, so I guess we're learning about that. Surely we get Loki on this next season of Gilnor Games, right? I don't think so, man. I'm not a very social person, so I don't like know Soup or anyone. I mostly just live under a rock, so I don't know. I probably won't get an invite. It just straight up juices your stream numbers for a while. Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, I heard they are filming it. Didn't Solo Mission leak it? I saw Soup at RuneFest. Like, I saw him a bunch of times, but I was too, like... I didn't want to bother him. I definitely wanted to talk to him. And maybe if I, like, made a good impression on him, he would have invited me, but it's no big deal. Emote for clues and gear for oh, I see. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Okay, now I'm following. I'm following. Yeah. The thing is like, I don't know if I'd be able to stream like fucking 16-hour days or whatever. I can barely handle like a few hours. Like I said, I'm not super social, so it doesn't really, it's not that natural for me. What's up, Max? GL grind, Spooky, thanks. Hope you're doing well. How many totems have you gotten on this grind? Let me check. 38. 38 dark totems. The pet drop rate is 1 in 65. What is ours? Casey Scottizo. We've killed 67, so we may or may not have gotten a pet. I guess you'll have to wait to watch the video. Or maybe you'll see him in the POH if we did get him. Hi, big fan from Brazil. What's up, Pedro Balanci? Tudo bem. Goiânia. Fishwada. Also, I was referring to when you said, why would I turn down something like that, talking about TMM All-Stars. It's hard for me to like be on like 5 different conversational threads at the same time and then remember everything. Also when I'm trying to like kill these jellies somewhat efficiently. How many hours a day do you usually play RS? I think about 6. 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. At least for this grind. I think for all of 2024, when we all got that survey, I think it was like 3.5 or 4.5 hours a day, 365 days a year, essentially. But obviously I take like week breaks here and there. Very close to the 1K, yeah. We are about 100 away. I'll be honest, guys. I was never intending to do this just because it was such a long grind. I was only going to do an easy and a medium video, and then I was like, maybe I could do 500 hards because that would be 100 hours. Because the mediums were 100 hours. So I was like, that's fair. But then, I don't know, at some point I was just like... I was looking at the, I kept simulating how many log slots we would get from 500, and I was like, that's just not that much. Like, if I did 1,000, I would pretty much guarantee get, like, all the way up to 120 out of 130. I was like, fuck it. Let's just send it. Let's just spend longer than we've ever spent on another video before. Like, double the amount of time that we spent on our second longest video. And here we are. We'll also be setting a world record. No UIM has ever opened more than 1,000 hard caskets, so our goal is 1,001 hard caskets because Devious opened 1,000, so we're gonna get one more just to get one up on him. Loki, from the first video I've ever watched from you, I was so impressed with your vocabulary. Do you read a lot? I just listen to a lot of audiobooks. My reading comprehension is like really bad. I think I just have like auditory processing issues. I just can't. I'm really bad at reading. It takes me forever to read. But luckily we live in a digital age where you can watch or listen to audiobooks all day. I heard all the cool people watch on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. Yeah, there's about 3 times as many people here from YouTube than Twitch. Let's switch this to left click drop. What's a meep meep? 2 creators recently did 1,000 hard clues and both got 3rd age. Wait, was there or 2 UIMs? What was the other UIM? Right move to stack 1,000. Hope you get the double 3rd age. I'm really showing up on DVS. No, DVS's video is insane. There's no way I could ever show him up on anything. Bro got like 5 pieces of gilded 3rd age. Like all but like he got all but 1 log slot completed for hards. That's like unprecedented. What's up, Del Court? How we doing? DVS's RNG in that video is absolutely nuts, I know, right? It's crazy. I don't know if he's a UAM, but the other person is Wiggy OSRS. Yeah, so I did a bit of research. I found, like, there's probably like 10 or 20 videos with people who have 1,000 hard clues done. And I was so excited when I saw that, because I was like, dude, if we do 1,001, we'll be doing a RuneScape first. An old school RuneScape first. The first ever recorded greater than 1,000 hard clues in one video, albeit just a technical thing because it is only 1,001. But then I found one video where this guy did 3,000 hard clues in one video. So I was like, that's like 600 hours. There's no way I'm going to beat that. Plus, like, the log slots pretty much fizzle out after like 1,200 anyway. So it would pretty much only be for the masters in the 3rd age, which it'd be too much time relative to the amount of log slots that I would get. He's on track to finish hard log in like 20% of expected clues. It can happen. It can definitely happen. That's another reason why it's so exciting, because I could technically green log hards with only 1,000, you know? Crazier things have happened. Splendid, my friend. Good to see it, Delcourt. It was such insane luck. The other was a normal account. Forget the name. I see. What's up, X? How do you have the username X? Is that real? Looks real to me. Aggroing them all with dragon darts is wild. What's up, B Vale? Yeah. I just have too many dragon darts, so I'm using them up. I don't need them anymore, so I just want to clear up the inventory space. I think the only place I ever used them was like the Inferno grind. Plus, if I get them down to 16,000 dragon darts, I can just put them in the blowpipe, and then they won't take up their own spot. But anything more than that overflows into another inventory spot, so it's kind of annoying. Good luck on the YouTube live stream. I'll watch the VOD after. I have to go to shop for my grandma. Thanks for stopping by the stream, your EE. The most I've ever stacked was 400. I can't even imagine. Dude, yeah. This has been the biggest grind I've ever done. Diminishing returns for sure. What's up, George Monty? Used it as my name. I like short names on platforms. I am T8P. T8P. What is that? Is that your RuneScape name or something? Could you quickly show looting bag? Exclamation point bag. Did you do the CAs for Yama and all the new contents? Are you upkeeping the Zuckhelm? I haven't done them, no. Literally all I've done for the last month was this. When we're done with this, we will go do that, though. Oh wait, I don't know why I have Botrix enabled. It's only the stream elements picture. I have to disable that. Maybe I'll do it after the stream or something. Hi, first time seeing you live on here. What's up, 10th Planet Striking? Oh, you're an Ultimate CC member X. Gotcha, okay. I feel like I do recognize your name, now that you mention it. Guys, I have something important to share with you. Basically, okay, I'm just gonna be real. This guy, this old lady used to live next to me, and she was really sweet and everything. And then she moved out, and now the new person who moved in there is this guy and like his girlfriend. They're like, they have these really loud fights, like maybe once every few weeks, and it's kind of annoying, but that's something that you can just put up with as a neighbor. But what I can't put up with is the fact that he sits like, he's probably like 15 feet from my window, and I think he's just like taking bong rips all day because he makes these extremely like disgusting coughing, spitting sounds, and it's like really distracting because he does it all day every day. It'll be like 2 in the morning and I'll just hear like and it's just like it's really unpleasant, and I don't know what to do about it. So I need some opinions from you guys. What's up, Bennett? First time catching the live stream. Been a fan for a while. With content just started UAM. Had to try it out. Hey, thanks for stopping by the stream. It's an honor to have inspired another UAM. Today is going well. He's hitting a dab rig. I don't know what it is. I just know it's disgusting. Like, I have no problem with smoking. Like, smoke, do whatever you want. But when you're sitting, like, so close to somebody who you don't know, it's just, like, kind of inconsiderate to, like, make such disgusting sounds all day. He's infected with some Resident Evil shit. It sounds like it. Soundproof your studio? I can't, because, like, I live in Florida, so there's, like, a ton of windows. My entire room is made of windows. But, I mean, technically that is an option. I could put up, like, soundproof blankets all over the walls and the windows, but I really like natural lighting, so I don't think that's an option. Ask him if he's okay next time you see him, concerned about the noises you hear. I tried that, but I have a feeling like it's going to come across as hostile. But I mean, I'm like extremely petty. So my current solution that I've like sort of basically my idea. Okay, listen. I'm going to get like a speaker. Well, I have a speaker. I'm going to play coughing and spinning noises on maximum volume from my speaker from my bedroom out the window. Like all day, every day. That's my current solution. I don't think that's gonna work. So that's why I'm asking you guys for help, because that's probably, I really don't want this to escalate, because having a bad neighbor is like one of the worst things you can do. Offer them water? See, I just don't want to do anything that can be perceived as like confrontational. Like, there's just so many ways you could interpret that where it's like me being like rude or something. Concentrated weed, it's a new era. Yeah, I could never these days. It's too strong. Do you do wildy steps? Yes, but we do those at the end. Make competing ARG sounds. It's so disgusting that it would literally give me like long-term lung damage just to replicate it, and I don't want to do that. Let him know in a nonchalant kind of way that you are right next to him. Maybe he will feel awkward enough. This is not. The thing is that he's on his back patio, and the way both of our floor plans are identical. So the only outdoor seating he has is on this patio that's like right next to me. My patio is on the other end of the house, just the same as his, but you see, so I mean that could work. But I think he's chosen to sit out there every day for a reason, because he likes it. So I would have to be going against what he naturally likes, which is an uphill battle. Introduce him to an addiction or hobby that doesn't make him cough so much. That's the long play. It's not a horrible idea, but that would probably take a while. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks, Joe. In before you set up the coughing speaker and he asked to bring the dab rig over. See, this is the thing, like, there's such a high chance that it just compounds the issue, like what you just said. And then I tell him like, oh, I don't smoke. And now he's like, oh, wow, you're such a like fucking straight edge piece of shit. Like, now you're judging me for smoking. Like, I can just sense that would be the thing, considering how much he and his girlfriend fight. I don't think they're like very like present-minded people. You see what I mean? Blasting a speaker is confrontational. Yeah, I know. The only reason I'm doing that is because I'm so petty. that like that's just what my natural reaction is, but I know it's bad, which is why I'm asking you guys for help. Like if he heard me do that, he'd be like, oh shit, that's hella annoying. And then he would be like, let me be like a hella good neighbor to show him how annoying it is. And then that would be the goal, even though that he would probably just double down and get like a megaphone every time he wants to make that sound and like literally ruin my life, which is why I'm afraid to do anything. It just so happens that my job requires like quietness. So imagine if from now on, like every YouTube clip had these disgusting sounds, it would literally mean I couldn't pay my mortgage anymore because no one would want to watch that. It's crazy. Give him DMT and let the elves handle it. Finally, some reasonable solutions. What's up with the loaf? Yeah. Not a bad idea, I guess. Introduce him to RuneScape, so we gotta play inside on the PC. I just realized something. He is considerate enough of his house that he is willing to not smoke inside, it seems like. He only smokes outside. So he at least has demonstrated that he can follow the rules, which is a positive thing. Because that means he might be more amenable to like a diplomatic rule following solution. Introduce him to the Fent and the problem will resolve itself. TJ, what the hell, man? That's not a good solution. I want to fucking kill him. Have you considered letting him continue and deal with the pent-up resentment and rage for the next several years about it? Yeah. I mean, no. I push that thought away every day. Yesterday, I was listening to coughing and sneezing and mucus sounds ASMR to try and like adapt myself to be able to like just get familiar with it. I listened to it for like 30 minutes and it didn't help. In fact, it made me more resentful. Starting a neighbor war isn't the best idea. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of, James. How close do you think you are days-wise to 1,000 hard boxes? We're doing about 40 a day, so maybe like 3 or 4 days. Have you guys seen where the guy in jail stabs himself and realizes what he's been doing to people is wrong? I don't think I saw that one. I once quoted Family Guy on an academic paper in college. The professor did not like it. And then the next day, he was like, you guys, you don't know how to write papers. I literally had someone quote fucking Family Guy on an essay. I don't care what Homer Simpson says. That's not an academic source. And then I wanted to like raise my voice, but I didn't. I wanted to be like, you know, like the writers of these shows are like fucking hella smart. And Homer Simpson isn't a real person. He's a character. And it's a character who's generated hundreds of millions of dollars of capital because of how much value it provides for people. So maybe you should like fucking chill, bro. I think about it every day. I've been waiting for this video, been watching for way too long or not enough. I was at Winter on my hardcore and mentioned your name. Everyone else knew who you were. Oh, hell yeah. What's up, Tommy? It's an unreal feeling sometimes. Also, it's not Family Guy. I know. That's what I wanted to say, but... Well, I think his point was just that if it's The Simpsons or it's Family Guy, or if it's South Park, like, it doesn't really matter. It's easy to just buy him a new house down the street. I might have to bite the bullet. What's up, Emerson Blade? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it going? Maybe have a barbecue or something and invite them over, and once you have established a somewhat positive relationship with them, then it's time to ask about it. It might take a while, but that is the most reasonable, actionable, practical, pragmatic solution yet. Thank you, Emerson Blade. That way I have the plausible deniability of the fact that, no, it's just a barbecue. I never intended to bring this up, you know? I just, you see what I'm saying? Whereas if I just go over there and, like, end up talking about it, there's, like, it'll be in the back of his mind, like, that's probably the reason he came over here, that fucking asshole. Something like that. Loot from 100 Scotizos next. I don't think we'll be hitting 100. We're at like 67 KC right now, which isn't bad. The #1 UIM, Sin City, for the high scores, he has like 900 Scotizo kills. That just like completely breaks my mind. I don't even know how it's possible. No, that's another thing, Mew, is Cal. The thing I quoted in Family Guy, it was the following line. Basically Brian was like talking to Meg or some shit, and he was like, what did he say? I want to get the words right. He basically said, like, he was talking to Meg because she was sad about not being like successful, and then he was like, because you can't shoot for the stars, Meg. Or not all of us can shoot for the stars, Meg, because if we all shoot for the stars, there will be no one left on Earth. Fucking, I can't even remember it. I had it a second ago. It was just basically some, like, logical syllogism that was, like, it was truthful and inherently within the reasoning that it laid out, if that makes sense. So you couldn't even refute it, which is why I used it as a quote. But the argument that in the paper had nothing to do with that, but I just like let it rip because honestly I don't know. It was so long ago. I don't even remember why I did it, but I'm sure there was a reason. Surely I wouldn't do anything unreasonable. That's just crazy. I'm gonna reset the clue stack. Glad you got back from Japan before they got sick of foreign streamers. Did that happen next? Tell me more. Just got here. Are we talking about eating people? How many dark totems have you gotten from this grind? 30, 36, I think, 38. Musical, by the way. Are these not stacking? Loki, do you run Bitcoin Core or not? I do not. I should. I straight up bought a Raspberry Pi to run a node, but I just like got scared thinking about trying to set it up. But I definitely should. I wish I did. If I had more free time, I definitely would. Do you, Gragu? Drugs in my area have become a huge problem because since all of the major cities near me have had rent increases across the board, they are just taking all of the problems from over there to here, just renting houses to be drug producers and stash houses. I'm sorry to hear that. Apparently my area in Florida is like one of the biggest narcotics cities or counties in the entire state. Which makes sense, because my neighbor is fucking doing drugs all day. Also, I think I'm probably allowed to share this. I run an Airbnb inside my house. And the other day we had this, like, I'll just say Eastern European guest here who ended up like randomly going missing in the middle of his 2-week stay, and we got a message in the app from his brother who claimed to be in the app, and he was like, yo, this guy went missing, do you have any of his documents laying around the house? This is very important. So we were like, no, holy shit, is he okay? No response. So we called the cops, and the cops show up and they're like, oh, that's really weird, well, let us know if anything happens. So they took a look around and they found a bunch of stolen packages in the Airbnb. So we were like, holy shit, we had no idea that was going on. And then like the forensics team came out and like this special star police force unit came out. The house was swarming with cop cars. There was like 5 to 10 cops in here for like 6 hours and they were like investigating and shit. It was crazy. And then like, yeah, they basically just, I think they put him in jail. And now, I feel nervous actually I feel like a little bit nervous telling this, because if he ever watches this, I don't know if he would, but... Because we were essentially the reason he got put in jail, I think. We were doing it as a courtesy, because we thought he went missing, so we were going to file a missing persons report, because we felt bad for him. I ended up getting him arrested. It's crazy. I forget why I was saying that. Oh yeah, just because like this area that I'm in is like... Yeah, it's just a long-winded way to say that this area I'm in is not the best. $1,000 elites is not viable, Bennett. It'd be like 1,000 hours or something crazy. Just got jellies as a task, but I'm a noob. Only started playing again yesterday. What's a good way to kill them? Only got 70 in all combat skills and 250 cash. Just get your best weapon and some dehides and you'll be fine. Dragon skim, dehides, glory. You'll be fine. Live streamer were climbing on the religious statues or something. Now they've been assaulting live streamers. Oh my god. Well, luckily I wasn't doing anything like that. I was like super respectful, or at least I tried my best to be. Considering running knots, the Bitcoin core devs apparently were trying to allow more spam on the blockchain. I'm assuming knots is like zero knowledge something. Zero knowledge proofs or something? I don't know. I don't actually know what that is. What do you call a cop car being towed? I don't know what. What's up, Law Lennon? When you started this story, I did not expect it to be this crazy. Yeah, we've had a few kind of crazy stories from the Airbnb. Like 99% of people are completely normal and everything's fine. It's always the 1% that accounts for like all of the wear and tear, all of the issues, all of the problems. And it makes you realize, as like, if you like up the scale, if you like own an entire apartment building, you have to set rules and regulations for everybody just because 1% of people fucks it up for everyone else. Or if you're at like a theme park, like, or at a concert, there's all these like fucking gates and fences and security, all because of like the 1%. We could have such a nice world if there wasn't that 1%. It's kind of sad. Pulled pork. Yeah, nice. I get you. Hardy har har. While not technically illegal to talk about it, I think it's probably best not to in case it goes to the courts. Yeah, I mean, I asked the police officers, I was like, am I allowed to talk about this? And they're like, could I tell my friends and family? And they were like, well, we don't really think you even know enough to say anything consequential. So I was like, okay. That doesn't mean I should probably go on a live stream and start saying it, but I don't know. If nothing else, I'm just like, if any of you out there are thinking about running an Airbnb, now you have a little more knowledge to be more well equipped with doing that. So I'm performing a service to my lovely loyal viewers. It's definitely node consensus started by one of the original devs when BTC was 30 cents, not a hard fork. Just doesn't let as much spam in. Oh, it is a, wait. Not a hard fork? But how is it not a hard fork if it's a different node consensus? I don't even know. I just assumed all of the nodes had to be in consensus for it. Yeah, I would need like more information. Oh, that's right. I need to do a test while I have you guys here. Okay. Attention viewers, we're going to perform a test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say 3, 2, 1 test. And when I say test, I'm going to type the word test into the chat. And I want you guys to tell me how many seconds passed between me typing the word test and me saying the word test. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do it. 3, 2, 1, test. I'm going to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 seconds. Okay. Okay. You saw it before I sent. Yes. Oh, I probably sent it like maybe like a quarter second before. We saw test 5 seconds. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That means I can type in chat in real time, but there's a 5-second delay on the stream. Let's see. I've got it set on low latency. That means if I set it on ultra low latency, it'll probably be like less than that. What's up, pre-searing? Have a good stream, Deal with the Clues. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is all good information for me when I do the big 1,000 opening, I definitely don't want to have any technical issues. And I'm still learning how all this works, so I appreciate you guys. Time isn't real though, so Sam knows what's going on. Nothing is real. It's really weird. You all seem to have like a slightly different reckoning of what happened. As long as it's not like more than 5 seconds, that's all I care about. So I appreciate you guys for helping out with that. Loki, what's your favorite part about stacking 1,000 clues? The opening or the stacking? Definitely the opening, bro. The stacking is like... I mean, it's okay. It's nice to like, every time you get the clue and watching the stack go up. But the opening is going to be fucking nuts, bro. There's literally a 1/3 chance we're going to pull a piece of third age, and we're going to pull 2 pieces of gilded on average. Like, you can't really beat that. Pulling third age is like the best thing in RuneScape. There's no comparison. Have you seen the last Awesome Sauce vid? How did you know I watch Awesome Sauce? Did we ever talk about that or something? I didn't know. That's such a good YouTube channel, dude. That's like one of my favorites. Awesome Sauce is like... his editing is like literally amazing. If it's not real, how is it measurable? Well, Doug. Just because something's not real doesn't mean we can't make up something else that's not real to measure it. What's up, Loki? Hope you doing good. What's up, Skazart? Welcome to the stream, bud. I am doing good. Hope you're doing good. The only difference is the amount of spam allowed in. Still validates transactions the same. So you can route a Bitcoin transactions through a different consensus node network than the predominant one. Is that right? Too technical even for me. I see. Okay. I'm definitely curious. Isn't the best part about the UAM the planning? Probably for some people. I actually don't plan crazy enough as that sounds. Yeah, it's weird, but I don't really plan that much. Why stop at 1K? Just because it's a big round number. It's already a 250-hour video at this point. I just want to get it uploaded. 1,000, yeah, that's just a good amount. Plus, we will, once you go past 1,000 hards, the log slots like drastically fall off. Guys, I still haven't seek the test prompt. Is my stream that delayed? Sorry, Emerson Blade. That was I only typed it in the YouTube chat. I forgot to mention that. My bad. That's because Twitch doesn't have a delay. I guess I could test the Twitch. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna test the Twitch too because I'm curious how much the delay is on that. I never really even bothered to think about that because I never had a problem with it. But let me just get this stack up. All right. So let me pull up Twitch. All right, so now I'm gonna type it in. Okay, so here we go. Type it in Twitch. 3, 2, 1, test. I'm gonna count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think anyone's watching on Twitch. That's probably the problem. There's no way there's a 10-second delay. We had one guy type in Twitch and it had nothing to do with the test, so that's a wash. That's fine. It was about 3 seconds. Okay. Good, good. YouTube for the win. Yeah, YouTube definitely won that one, except Emerson Blade came in with the test anyway. How's marriage? What's up, Kives Pussy Keto? I am not married. So can I book a room at your Airbnb so we can all stay up all night and play OSRS? I don't think I've ever had a RuneScaper book the Airbnb. So everything that is quote-unquote real is made up to explain the unexplainable. The concept of reality is made up. That's what it means to be a concept. It means that we've created an abstraction. The neocortex in our brain is the thing that allows us to create an abstraction away from reality. Whereas like the prefrontal lobe is your immersed experiential sensation, sensorial experience within reality. That's why you can't talk to a cat or like communicate concepts to a cat. They're just like completely in the zone for their whole lives and they never once like go outside of that like humans do. You play Melee? Of course you watch Awesome Sauce. True, true. What newer features did you wish you were out earlier in UAM series? Or if you made a new one, what would you be excited to try early? There are so many quality of life things that have improved UAM. It's really hard to pick. But I do really like the way that I got to play the game. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would have to think about it, honestly. I'll get back to you. Twitch is like one count behind YouTube for me. Interesting. What's the next major item you are going to drop? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think I'm planning to drop anything. Saw the test before you even said it? That must be because the Twitch chat is delayed. That must be because, yeah. I think the stream delay is different than the chat delay in YouTube, but for Twitch it's the same, if that makes sense. Good to know, good to know. Do you ever consider doing Kick? I watch a lot of Asmon Gold and it has been a conversation recently. I am partnered on Kick. I just, I mean, I guess I could. Now that I'm multi-streaming, I may as well, right? So what's this Bitcoin thing you were talking about, and is there any possibilities of it being just a very large, elaborate scam to be a grab and go, or is this backed by whatever official people run the blockchain? I would not do it justice trying to explain the entirety of Bitcoin in a quick 2-hour stream, which is probably what this will be. I do have a playlist, a public playlist on my YouTube channel that I've catered towards people wanting to learn about Bitcoin, so it's called Bitcoin Beginners. Of course, anything is possible. It could be a scam. Anything could be a scam. The CIA could have invented Bitcoin and put a backdoor in the code to rug pull everybody in it. Nobody knows. It's all just speculation. But I don't believe that that's true, so I wouldn't bet on that. I bet on the fact that Bitcoin's gonna go up. I bet if you advertise for your Airbnb in a video, you'll be booked till Xmas. That would not be, that would probably be pretty uncomfortable, because for the most part, we don't really like to interact with the guests. We just kind of like to live our lives and let them live their lives. But if I had like a fan who was like constantly trying to get up in my biz, that would be pretty uncomfortable. I'd have to like sit them down and tell them like, this is not how it's going to be. I'm sorry if you got any wrong ideas. And then they might get sad and like poison me or something. Sure, but understanding time and talking to animals are a bit different. Yes, that's why it's called an argument through analogy. You didn't interact with the rest of what I said. You chose the one part that makes the least sense and focused on that. Bitcoin has value as long as people want them, simple as that. So long as there are more buyers than sellers, the price will go up. This is true. We're going to do a quick Scottizo here. What's your opinion on aggression potions, and do they have a place in OSRS? Aggression. That's the same as like a goading potion, right? If so, then yes. I think they're already in OSRS. Wait. Let's get the arc light out. Oops. Oh no, I don't understand Bitcoin, but there was something about spam on the blockchain you mentioned. Oh, that was we were just talking about a consensus node algorithm, a consensus node protocol. Basically, there's a bunch of things called nodes that validate the network. And I guess you can have different protocols built into them. And some of them prioritize things like spamming, I guess. I started my UAM because of your account, mate. Can you look at my account and advise me on anything? Sure, what's your RuneScape username? Ooh, excuse me. Putin behind Bitcoin? Definitely not. UIM range 1986. Okay, let me pull it up. The orbs are gonna get a little messed up. UIM range 1986. Bro, you're like fucking maxed. You basically beat the game already. I don't know, you don't have a lot of boss KC. Maybe go do some... You have like no boss KC. I would say go do some bosses, but ultimately, man, you're the only one who can pick what you enjoy. Wasn't aware there was a... Wasn't aware they were a thing in OSRS? Oh, yes. Yeah, they came with the Varlamore expansion. This is a really slow Scottizo. Getting a lot of tower spawns here, kind of unfortunate. Advice to every UAM, get good, max GLHF. Honestly, not a bad take. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what you'll enjoy. Ever plan to go back out to the Wildy? Yes. There is a lot of collection log slots in the Wildy, so... Oh, I don't have the recorder up, shoot. What do we get? 68 KC, the hard clue, the death rune. Not bad. Remember, west is always the direction directly to your left. I don't know about that. I'm sure you know what you're saying though. Is that the end of the playlist? Nice, that was pretty fun. Guess let's go ahead. Let's see what other kinds of lo-fi playlists exist out there. Maybe I'll just stick back to the royalty-free music for a bit. Hey, thanks for following Jay Gravid. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick, guys. I will be right back. Gonna stand by the hard clue stack. BRB. I hate this song. Why does it always come on? Here we go. Right is always east, left is always west. Right. Yes, okay, I see what you're saying now. I don't know why it took me so long to get. Someone send this man the clip. Is there a clip for that or something? Are you guys like referencing something that happened? It was a Mika quote from DMM. Oh, I see. Yeah, feel free to like drop in the Discord or something. The music was nice before, but now it's beep beep. Well, it's hard to find royalty-free music. The stuff I played wasn't even royalty-free. I'm just like basically stealing it. So it's not my fault. It's fucking YouTube's fault for not letting me play good music. It's the world's fault. It's probably a good thing that we can take ownership over our stuff and enforce it. How's it going, Bilkmole? Sound is free? Fuck them all? That's not true. Why don't you go spend your whole life making an album and then not be able to make money off of it and you just die? You die because you're starving to death because you can't afford to eat. What's up, Butters? Good to see you too, man. Did you ever play Jet Set Radio Futures as a kid? No, I don't think I've heard of that. Don't put it online? Isn't that how you make money off of it, though? You have to digitize it so you can sell it. Whether it's vinyl or a CD, DVD. I wish I had your luck when it came to getting Shadow Tebow. I've watched your whole series. I don't think you've watched my series because I went like 3 times the rate for Shadow. I spent 9 months of my life there. Tebow, I got a little lucky on, so that's maybe you didn't watch it. What stackable drops from TOA did you keep in your bag? The seeds, the runes. That might be it. I don't really remember everything that TOA drops, honestly. You can't do that locally. I'm an artist and nothing gets put online for that exact reason. The internet isn't the only mode of income, it's the easiest. Well, if you want to scale your business beyond your local area, you have to go digital. That's the only way to scale. I mean, like, Obviously, there's different kinds of art, and that doesn't apply to all kinds of art. But for music, you're never going to be a superstar unless you have, like, albums, right? Or you stream your music on Spotify to millions of people. You're never going to reach millions of people locally. You're never going to be able to reach 100,000 people locally. Because you're not going to get 100,000 people to buy your tickets because they don't know you, they don't care about you. Unless you're commercially successful. Oh, Blood Essence, right. Yes, thank you, Skidding. Yeah, Tebow was 737. Shadow was 841. Alright, Mr. Lennon, thanks for stopping by the stream, bro. We will see you when we see you. If you're still here, see ya. $11 months now for Tebow? That's a lot of months, man. Depends on how many KCs, though. That's the real metric. I'm just tired of TOA. I'm at 400. I feel like I'll see in the same time as you. I recommend to just, like, make sure you're maximizing that invocation level. Because I did, like, 300 or 400 raids at 300. It's kind of a waste. That game has the sickest OST, tons of future funk. It came out on the original Xbox. Just thought you might like that sort of thing. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, Jet Set Radio. Okay, so gotcha. I could play another OST if you guys want. I'm not like a huge fan of the royalty-free music, obviously. I just don't know what lo-fi I can play. Shit, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't stack Dragon Stones, but I did stack Blood Essence. Wait, did I stack Dragon Stones? I might have. That'd be a lot of free GP. I don't think I did, but I probably should have. Yes, because every musician gets to that point. Are you saying every musician becomes commercially successful? There's no way, right? Unless that was like sarcasm. All I'm saying is if you want to be a successful musician, you basically have to go digital. You're never gonna sell out an arena without ever having sold your music digitally. Which means putting it on a CD, that's digital. $17 for Shadow, $961 for Scythe, and now I'm at $951 regular Cox, $377 CM so far. 17 for Shadow is nuts, bro. Good luck, man. Looking forward to this video. Me too. I'm looking forward to this being over, honestly. Paradise Killer has a lo-fi vaporware OST. Is it a video game? It is. I'm scared. I'm scared to do this because my video will just get demonetized. The stream, the VOD for this will get demonetized. I might get a copyright strike. I usually like to verify it myself, but when I'm streaming, my mind is kind of like a little all over the place. And I can't just trust people. How do you have the restraint not to open all those caskets? Well, if I do it all on a YouTube video, I'll probably like get a lot of views. So that's where the restraint comes from. Delayed gratification. You just wait for the Banksy to start making music. I don't know what that is. Who's that? Can I kiss your forehead gingerly? That's alright. I think so. I don't know, Banksy? Dude, I live under a rock. How many times do I have to tell this to you guys? Oh no shit. I could tell you what neuron degeneracy is, beta decay, alpha decay. I could list you all the fermions and leptons, but no, I don't know what Banksy is. Wait, is Banksy that guy that did the, is he the one who sold his art for like $100 million or something? That shit made me lol. Thanks, Lucky. You're welcome, Dr. Chronic. I'm glad we could at least get something going there. And then it's self-shredded? I did not know that part of the story. How the hell does that work? Sandwich lady could have a baguette. I need to finish off this jelly. Nope, no baguette. There's the option of making the music go through a separate audio track that doesn't get coupled with the VOD. Haven't set up something like that, but my friend has done it before. You can do that. But you still can't live stream music on YouTube that's copyrighted. So even though it won't go to the VOD, it's still live streamed, and the live stream it'll still create issues, which is why you'll never see anyone stream copyrighted music on YouTube. I don't really know the history, but I think Twitch was just like grandfathered in because they were always doing that. And now it's just like the standard, so there's like millions of streams a day with copyrighted music, so it's too big of an enemy to tackle or something, I forget. What's up, Unworn Tripod? Unworn Tripod, I know you from the end of the UAM Loki video where he says Unworn Tripod. What's up, man? What's up, Timor Toki? I think because YouTube has YouTube music videos and stuff. I don't know what it is, man. Haha, how you doing? I am doing great. We were just stacking up clues, my friend. Nice casual Wednesday stream, nothing crazy. How are you doing? I have a steak defrosting in the fridge, so I'm very excited for that. Gonna go to the gym later. Very excited for that. Gonna get my gains going. In the meantime, I'm just playing some RuneScape. Living the life. Talking to chat. How's chat doing? How is everyone in the chat doing today? We're finally caught up with the last message. Spent the whole hour and a half reading the chat, and now we're finally caught up. I'm glad you started streaming, and I hope you enjoy streaming. Hey, Catwell. I appreciate that. I've actually started streaming like 5 years ago. I streamed the 1000 Chambers of Xeric grind, a lot of it. And I'll stream periodically. I streamed a lot of the TOA grind too. Anytime there's a really long grind where I can kind of just like not really think too much, it's easy to stream those sorts of things for me. I heard it's because copyright lawyers can are actual snakes and put you through mutual destruction, so it's not worth it. I don't know. I don't know about that. Why can't they do that with Twitch then? Great things to be excited for doing well. You'll love to see it. How many geckos do you think are in your house right now? Easily like 600,000. That's just how Florida is, man. You sound like a Floridian. Excuse me. No way, I seriously thought it was recent. You thought what was recent? Chambers of Xeric was, yeah, 5 years ago, man. Maybe 4 years ago. I have subbed for 43 months, so you have been streaming at least that long? Damn. Does that mean you started watching the... Does that mean you subscribed on the YouTube around the time I started streaming then, I guess? I'm so sorry I started watching your videos during the scythe cry. No worries, man. You don't have to apologize. I'm not holding you responsible for not knowing when I started streaming. I'm gonna do another Scottizo here. 2 Scotazos in an hour is pretty good drop rate on the dark totems. Loki, if you could have any wild animal shrunken down to the size of a medium-sized dog and be docile, which animal would you have as a pet? Wow. That's kind of a fun question. I would have to think about it because I want to pick like the absolute best thing. Yeah, nothing's really coming to mind. I'll get back to you. What are those panther cougar things they are breeding down there? I don't know. Are they breeding panther cougar things down here? I cannot remember what you were doing. I think it was raids though. I see. I think it must have been Cox because that was the first thing I streamed. And the timeline puts it right around that time. Finally, a fucking fast as hell Scottizo with only 1 tower. 69 KC. What do we get on the nice KC? The hard clue. Who would have thought? I would do a gorilla. Why? That's like the closest thing you can have to having a human slave. That would make me uncomfortable. It would have to be like something that like was dependent upon me, otherwise it'd be like a weird dynamic. Cat-sized docile tiger? A tiger would be cool. I was trying to think of like some sort of dinosaur that had like a really special capability that I could like make a ton of money off of or something. And then I could buy him the biggest enclosure he ever wanted and give him the best life ever. There is that one dinosaur that can communicate over like 5 miles. It's my favorite one, but it has this crazy name, so I can never remember it. It like vibrates its skull. Do you have a Scottizo pet? I don't want to spoil. Nice Scottizo KC. Nice. Ooh, my eyes are really dry. How long is it taking to get almost 900 hard clues stacked? About 200 hours. It's about 20 hours per 100. But I actually went ahead and grabbed a mage's book, like a quarter of the way through the grind, which took 5 hours. Gives me a +2 max hit. Plus a few other things that we did that I don't want to spoil yet. I feel like any humanoid pet just makes me uncomfortable. Ever considered tackling the corp collection log? I haven't, because that would be a fruitless endeavor. If we were to get anything, we would pretty much have to drop it, and it would take like thousands of hours. Maybe not thousands, but definitely a long ass time. I would have guessed longer than 200. Well, we do have like, oh, we actually have like a max setup. The only way we get our max hit with this is 45 with this setup. The only way we can get another max hit is if we get the fortified word of validness. It'd be a +1 max hit. So every time there's 9 of these stacked up, we're hitting like a 400 max hit. I stack up all wildy clues, and then do them at the same time. What's your most regretted dropped item from the UAM? I don't regret any of them. The only one is maybe the lance, because I had to do that Hoikwaddle combat achievement with a Dragonbane weapon, and I dropped the lance, so I had to spend like 20 hours getting the Dragon Hunter wand, which was kind of unnecessary, but I needed it for the log slot anyway, so it's fine. Otherwise, yeah, I don't think I regret anything. When they one day buff the Spectral Spirit Shield, I will regret having dropped that, but until then, we'll be fine. Looking forward to the opening video. Hope you have as much luck as Devious recent opening. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, although I'm a little bit nervous. I've never streamed something that I end up putting on the YouTube. I turn into a different person when I'm live streaming, so I just hope it doesn't affect the YouTube quality. And we're never going to be able to get the same luck that Devious got. That guy's just a legend, so... What's up, Justin Osborne? Welcome to the stream. Also want to know the biggest regretted drop. Haha, good question. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a good answer for you. Lance makes sense. I remember that. Yeah, because now, like... Sorry, my neighbors were just coughing and spitting. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I want to do like Vorkath and like Mithril dragons, and I don't have a lance. There's probably other dragons, rune dragons, addy dragons for the collection logs on all those places, and I just don't have a lance. Spectral for Serb. It's just not worth an inventory spot for that. I could just go do like a few hours of Master Farmer and like get all the prayer pots I would need for that task. And then I wouldn't have to waste an inventory spot. Even just 1 hour of Master Farmer is like 200 prayer pots. That's enough for like a couple hundred Serb. There is no reason to have a Spectral, that's why I dropped it. How long is Lance grind on UAM if you wanted to pack? It's not too bad. You can kill like 20 Hydra an hour. So it'd be like a 50-hour grind. Not including like task skipping if you wanted to do that. But if you were just doing Konar Slayer, you'd passively get it 50 hours of doing Hydra. So it's not bad at all. How's chat doing? How is the chat doing today, guys? We've hit that, excuse me, sorry. We've hit that part in the stream where the excitement of the new stream is worn off and now everybody has left or has just started lurking. Sorry if I asked this before, but what did you find to be the hardest combat achievement? I don't know if you have asked that. Hardest combat achievement. Let me think for a sec. There aren't really any ones that are like super hard. I'm just gonna skip this song, it's overwhelming me. Yeah, nothing really comes to mind. I remember Fasani's Nightmare speedrun took me quite a while. I guess probably, like all the awakened bosses were probably the hardest ones, but that's not even that hard. I think I did awaken Vardorvis on my first try. I probably used like 5 Awakener's Orbs in total getting Blorba, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still working, other than that, doing alright today. What are you working on? Where do you work on Morn Tripod? Perfect Theater or the DT2 Super Bosses? Yeah, it would have to be... Yeah, like a Wicked Leviathan, I guess. The thing is, Perfect Theater is not even that bad. If you have like max gear with a max team, you'll just get it. You'll get it like every like 5 raids or something, just as a consequence of like being super familiar with it. My clues are going to despawn in 2 minutes. I should probably go reset them. Casual orb flex. Oh yeah, that's a good memory, Carla. I did get the Eldritch orb on the on some kind of Phosani's milestone or combat achievement or something. Did you complete SRA? What is SRA? Vorkath speedrun took me a while. It did, you're right. I didn't have a Dragon Hunter crossbow or a Dragon Hunter lance. I think I probably spent like 5 hours on that. But the thing is, that's not like hard. It's not difficult, it just takes, you just gotta get the RNG. Soul Reaper Axe. I did not complete that now. I think I got 3/4 of it done, but I never kept any of the pieces. What rank are you sitting at for collection log or just UAM? I mean, I'd have to look it up regardless. I work at a huge construction company as an engineer. I'm on a nuclear power plant project called Natrium. Dude, that sounds sick as hell. No wonder you're a YouTube member. Guy's fucking loaded. Ever since learning about Bitcoin, I've gotten super interested in energy, like power grids and energy production, energy storage, energy transmission. I also really like nuclear science, I guess. I don't know, let me check my rank. I am rank 84. And for collection log, rank 40. I wonder if it'll be front page collection log after this video. I should probably figure that out. Let's go in dematography. I can't hop to your world. Yeah, sorry, I'm in a total world. I have a delivery for you. Oh, is it like a bond or something? Do you need me to hop? What's up, James Braden? Made it in time for stream. How's it going, man? Please don't become an engineer. Please, I install all that stuff. Structural and iron worker here. The way you spelled engineer has me questioning everything about you. None of it works how the paper says. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What paper are you talking about? It's pretty neat stuff. This is a new type of reactor that uses molten sodium in the core instead of water. It is neat technology. Wow. I might have heard of that actually. I do watch like quite a bit of nuclear reactor content. I know that if you do like a thorium reactor, the product is actually like fucking plutonium or something that can be used to fuel other kinds of reactors. So it essentially has no waste because the waste is just fuel for another reactor. So we would have endless free energy with no waste if we did that. But we aren't because of propaganda. And also because of like the political cycles only being 4 years. No one's incentivized to like embark on a 30-year plan because the next guy who gets into office is just gonna do whatever he wants to do. Bro, what chat do you mainly talk to? I have both Twitch and YouTube, so I'm talking to both. They're all in the same chat for me. I could like put it on screen so you could see it, but I don't know how to do that. How's it going, Anatoly Questel? Any relation to Anatoly Karpov? World-renowned chess player. I was doing TOA on my iron the same time you were. It took me 40 for purples to see legs. Just wanted to say, once a week, those videos kept me going. Hey, thanks for stopping by the stream, Mr. Seth Mack. I work in control systems. No structural stuff for me, more fun than structural anyway. It still sounds cool. I'm sure you could teach me a lot about nuclear stuff. Is there anything in particular that you found yourself and you were just like, damn, that's sick? Love you, Loki. Your GM series is the goated series. I loved it. Hey, thanks to Zippy Tree. I just watched a video a couple days ago about the natrium reactor. I feel like I've heard of that too. I'd have to think about it. Bill Gates is backing this project, if that rings a bell. I must have heard of it, yeah. I saw you watch the latest Autumn Elegy vid. Isn't one Bill XP crazy? Dude, Autumn Elegy is a fucking legend. He's actually the one who inspired me to start this account. This account was F2P UAM for the first like 1,000 total levels. Without him, I wouldn't be here. While China can build a reactor in 2 to 3 years, 30 to 40 in the US. Yes, it's intentionally built that way. The regulations in America are made to make making a nuclear reactor like impossible. Because if they were built, we would no longer have a need for petroleum. And petroleum, aka black gold, is the way that the US has a stranglehold on the entire rest of the world. Because we denominate the sales of petroleum in US dollars and we make it illegal to do it elsewise. All that stuff with OPEC, the petrodollar, the Iraqi war, it's all mixed together to create this like world we live in. I'm gonna like die. I'm out of food and prayers. I'm just gonna reset this trip. Ooh. Do not want to drop that. Loki, I'm super stoked you decided to continue posting videos on the UAM. Love the videos. Best of luck on Thursday. Hey, thanks, Helm. Caleb, thanks for talking about the stream. Hi Loki, love the videos. You and Mudkip have helped me get through the first 2 years of medical school. Wow. It's an honor, Smicky Gooey. Thanks for coming by. And congrats on getting into medical school. How much longer are you streaming for? Usually I do like 2 hours, so I don't know. We're kind of coming up on that. I will be doing Yama, yes, after we're done here. We'll probably go over there. How's it going, Daniel-san? We work a lot with valves, and one of the valves we were installing is 60 inches in diameter and costs 500k. That had me pretty shocked. Not really nuclear, though. That is still crazy. It's crazy to think that anything like that even exists. Yeah, a $500,000 valve. It's probably going to be like custom made. What do you think about someone having 200 mil HP with a fire cape as a main without a fire cape? Wait, with asking for a friend? I don't give a shit, dude. There's no reason to care about what kind of cape someone has. It's insane, yeah, OPEC. That's why they're building up the bricks. Saudi rushes China, just look at gold prices. Wait, who's building up the bricks? Who's they? For us, the NRC has not given much pushback. It just takes a lot of time to develop everything. Also, lead times for equipment are insane these days. Right, but it's still like, there's still like a ton of unnecessary regulatory hurdle for nuclear development in the US relative to other countries. It's not like, it's pretty well understood, right? What's up, Nick is Pog? Precision is expensive. Okay. All capes are achievements. That's what I'm saying, James. A cape is a cool thing to have. Bricks is a new gold-backed financial avenue, and I'm agreeing with you. I'm really confused, because BRICS just means Brazil, Russia, India, China. And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be an S on that, which is for South Africa. I need to make these Dagonoths not left clickable because they keep ruining my barraging. That is very true. Very few companies build nuclear plants these days because of that. And aren't like a lot of nuclear plants being actively decommissioned? Effectively, like Big Petro is winning the lobbying battle against them or something. I heard this crazy idea that renewable energies are actually sponsored by the petroleum industry because of the fact that renewables are intermittent, like wind and solar. You can't depend on them, which means you need to be able to have fossil fuels on standby at all times. And that is how the fossil fuel industry remains relevant, because they know that nuclear is far superior, and if nuclear takes over, they'll just be innovated out of existence, right? So they actually fund the renewable industry, even though it, like, on the surface, it looks like that renewable is, like, would seem to, like, be against petroleum, because it would make it unnecessary. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, the incentives line up there kind of in an interesting way. It's a gold-backed currency like we used to be pre-Fed depression. You're saying there's a gold-backed currency called BRICS? Is that what I'm hearing? They want a non-US dominant currency. Right, right. Except the last time OPEC tried to do that, we had the Iraqi war. When they were gonna, like, trade oil in the Russian currency or whatever, we invaded them and put our own guy at the head of it, right? This is all gets very conspiratorial very quickly. How's it going, prod by Gerald? China just found Helithorium? Does dropping a clue in level 20 wildy save you from losing if you get PK'd? Yes. Always do that. A lot of them are nearing their design life, so are falling apart, but we are building new nuclear plants in the US. 2 just got finished in Georgia. Interesting. Oh, I have a heart. I should not be killing these. That's why the green movement feels very hollow. I can definitely believe that. The elite own both sides of the argument. Yeah, it's crazy to think that that's true, because it just means that the corporate media is basically just lying to us. And it's propaganda. Like, it's fucking crazy. We're living in, like, 1984. It's insane. Is there any quick way to shuttle all your clues out? No, you just gotta teleport them out. What's up, Time Lev? 100% all for profit. Yeah, one day you just realize that the people of a population are essentially like the product for the state. And the state will just harvest you for your labor. They'll use you as a vessel for pharmaceutical drugs. After they, like, infect you with diseases by putting processed shit in all of your food. Just so they can profit off of you to, like, build up the war machine to go colonialize all over the world. Wars are being fought every day. They're just like, with our government, they're just like behind the scenes. And they're like subtle, like nuanced wars. They're like digital wars and financial wars. It's crazy. Look, you could look on your clue gathering. I said hi to you once when you were doing an herb run in Hasidius. Hey, what's up, Joshua Tyler? Oh yeah, that one herb run in Hasidius, I remember. Armenia had a few years in the 90s called the Dark Ages where environmentalists had the nuclear plants closed post-Chernobyl so no one had power. Luckily they got it back and it still runs. Really? Never heard about that. I'll have to look into that. That's why it's so hard to have genuine conversations with people. Dude, thank you, Doug. Yes, you're right. People look at me like I'm crazy. Because admittedly, it does sound crazy if you're like indoctrinated into like the mainstream ideologies. Something so counter to that, it just seems like you can't even hear it. Your brain doesn't let you hear it because it requires you to like throw out everything you've ever learned. And that's why like we become isolated from them and vice versa. And then it just leads to like an isolation epidemic, right? Nobody knows what to believe, so we all have different worldviews, so we can't get along. So we're all alone. Gaddafi is the best example of US involvement in countries trying to get away from world banks. I've heard the term Gaddafi a lot, but I don't actually know what it is. I 100% believe that the big oil companies buy the designs or patents and toss them away or get rid of them. Get rid of the person if they don't sell. The patents for what? For like renewable energy or something? That is why us antisocial autists win. Antisocial nerd programmer, digital nomad, stock broker, bro, trader, gainer. The winners, the true winners of modernity. I popped in. What is this opinion that makes you sound crazy? What's up, TJ? It's kind of hard to like condense it into a soundbite, but we were basically just talking about the petrodollar, black gold, oil, Russia, nuclear energy. Well, it all started with like that nuclear development is like severely disincentivized in the West because big oil lobbies against it. And then it gets into the whole thing about how the government, well, and then I also said that like I heard that renewable energy is actually sponsored by big oil because it's the only way that they can stay relevant in a world of nuclear energy, because renewable energy is intermittent, which means they would need oil on the standby at all times. So big oil would want that, because the alternative is nuclear energy, which makes big oil completely unnecessary. And then it gets into the whole government conspiratorial petrodollar and OPEC, and it's a whole big thing. It would take forever to say it, but that's like the gist of it. Probably on some like watch list now. I bet TJ is like a fed. And he's like, hey, could you say that again this time for us, please, so you can record it? Shout out to TJ. I got you. I'll be the martyr. It's the leader we killed under Obama. Under Obama? Like, was he a planted government figure in like the Middle East or something? Gaddafi? I've definitely heard that. I'm gonna hop off and get dinner started. Have a great evening. Hey, thanks on More and Tripod for stopping by. Thanks for sparking this whole debate. It's been interesting. It's been a good time. Catch you in another day. What's up, Jack, GM and GL? How's it going? Anyone who can come up with a free energy renewable resource or anything hydro that would impact big oil companies big? Yeah. What's up, Gritter? Good luck with the clogs. Thank you, sir. Nuclear energy is 100% the future. It's clean. It's way better than oil/coal. Yeah. These are true facts. It's crazy that there's so many narratives out there about nuclear being bad. If you ask 1,000 Americans if nuclear energy is bad, like probably like more than half will say yes, right? I'm sure it's been studied. Using every energy source we used 100 plus years ago is insane. Yeah, agreed. I actually learned that coal is like far less environmentally impactful than wood, which is what the alternative was at the time in like the 1800s or whatever. So coal was actually far better for the environment. It was like 3 times less like carbon imprint. So at the time, coal was like a revolutionary, groundbreaking improvement. We saw, he died. Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State at the time, on the murder of Gaddafi. I would need to look into it more. I definitely need to learn some more about the context of all that. That was all happening when I was like far too immature to like understand. Do you ever get nervous? Yeah. Dang, it's already almost 6 o'clock. Probably gonna have to end the stream in a little bit. In terms of content, every video I watch, you always look so calm. That is because it is curated. I'm very careful with the clips that I choose to include in the videos. How's it going, Captain King's Gedge? Also, there's a bunch of YouTube videos where I'm not calm, where I'm very scared. Like when I get attacked in the wilderness, for example. Or when I get a Dragon Warhammer drop, or, you know, whatever. Hey, thanks for the follow, Samuel Xma. Welcome, welcome. How we doing? I'm good. Love me some clues. So hard to click in here. Had to click in here. Hey, well, thanks for stopping by Captain King's Judge. Thanks for the follow, Cumberton420. Welcome, welcome. I'm good. Oh, wait. Should watch one of the first videos of UAM series when he dies to Galvek. Yes, a true fan will know about that. Good times. Another follow from you is call in Captain King's Jeg. Oh, wait, I forgot to reset the clues. I watched your like Inferno grind videos or learning new content, and you look like it's easy. Well, I just tried Zek yesterday and I couldn't stop shaking. Figured I'd learn something from you. I definitely shook my first time on Zek, and like second and third time probably. But I actually learned it during leagues, so it was far less unforgiving. Like how to not anxiety. That's a tough one, because the very act of knowing that you're going to be anxious is what causes you to be anxious. So it's a self-fulfilling, self-perpetuating cycle. Finally caught you live. Huge fan for a long time. Hey, thanks Keegan Jordan for stopping by. Hey, Galvic was hard back in the day. Don't knock him, lol. I did it without anti-fires, and I think like 65 range. That shit was crazy. I basically just had the RNG chance. It took me like 30 tries. Thanks for the follow, Tommy Hill 1. Welcome, welcome. How we doing? What's your clog situation looking like? It's unchanged from the last video. So if you just go to the end of the 1000 medium clue video, it'll be the same. Because I haven't opened any of these caskets yet, just gathered them. Now that I have an imbued heart, is there much reason to stack cannonballs? Are you a UAM, TJ? Cannonballs are just useful. No matter what. You stream on the weekends? I just stream whenever. Very inconsistent. Let's see. Well, guys, I think we just about did it, actually. Speaking of stream. It's almost 6 p.m., so I think I'm going to go have a steak. And then head to the gym. And watch some Black Mirror with the girlfriend. And then call it a day. And then tomorrow we do the same thing. And then tomorrow after that we do the same thing again. And then we do the same thing again and again. And again and again and again. And that's just, that's my job and my life. So to all of you hanging out in the Twitch, in the YouTube, just know that I appreciate you. If you're watching the VOD, dude, you are a legend. You just watched 2 hours and... Wait, 2 hours and how many minutes? How many... What are we even at right now? 2 hours and 32 minutes of Loki. You are a legend. But yeah, we are going to end the stream here. So that is going to be it. We'll see you guys in the next few days for the 1000 clue opening. I probably won't do another stream till then. So... set your calendars. Yes, that is it for me, guys. I appreciate y'all. So, thanks, Penny. GG Loki, have a good gym session. Thanks. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.